Previously on Quest Friends Hereafter. Team Clone, assemble your might. Give up now. There's no need to fight. That's right! Oset screams, and as he does, you notice cracks start to appear across his white eyes' blue dragon as it is forced back into the card. The people in the video, the people that look like your friend, the background they had, I think that was Mr. Scuba's office.
Oh, you think that was Mr. Scuba's? Okay, well, how do we get there?
The offices were on the second floor, back in, the main room where the party was. Anyways, Irene, what did you want to do?
She's gonna pull back the blanket so she could see all her little necromon. Please, my loyal friends, hurt them.
Okay, so you have a lot of shit you can do this session. The main thing is you want to find and thwart or help Rhonda and Eddie in their heist. Kike's been very clearly openly antagonistic towards Eddie in his wants. Both Tom out of character and Hallie kind of out of character have mentioned, what if we just steal from Oset? What if we just help them? So You have to help or thwart them. Up to you. Second thing you could do, save the hostages, because both Sammy Esther, who is part of Sparky's Rutabaga mystery, and Alina, who is Hilda's mother, are among the hostages.
I forgot there were hostages in the Die Hard scenario.
Are we technically hostages?
Yes, technically you were hostages, but you didn't arouse suspicion because you sent your things to the vent, and Kike and Irene have just been sitting at the Kimmy card stand.
Oh, we've been just chilling there, yeah.
They have done so much and have not moved from their seats an entire session. An entire session and a half, honestly. Another option, you could bring the Scuba Chorus scuba lights, which are their satellites, back on. Rhonda and Eddie took them down. That's what's keeping everyone from calling on their phone. So Kike's phone works, but nobody else's does. If you brought those back online, everyone would be able to make calls. You could help Bite, aka the Undertakers and the Overseers, fight off the Quiclones on the lower floors, letting them raid the building. This was something you considered doing as Strike Force Necromon, but we never made a decision if we wanted to do that or if we wanted to take the higher floors. You could shut down the device that's keeping the Necromon in their cards. That would let not only Booker back out, and I guess Pepito, because Sparky still has her Necro Mouse.
Pepito. Well, Pepito, she can't call Pepito right now because she doesn't have the faith.
You don't have faith in Pepito.
I don't have faith in Pepito.
You don't believe that he will aid you in your time of need.
It is in no way tied to deeper concerns of Sparky Malarkey.
Anyways, you can find and reactivate that device. I guess you could find Maybelline. She's still missing.
Oh no. What will we do without Maybelline?
And then the final thing, Gustavo Goose, who is the one-handed Quiclone, is still in the security room, so you could break into that. I want to make one thing abundantly clear right now. I do not expect, nor do I want us to do all 6 of these. I'm merely explaining what has happened and giving you a list of, here are some possible objectives, just so we had an easy jumping off point.
I would like to do 6 different heists, please, with our 4 characters at all the different Scuba Core locations.
At the same time.
Yes.
No.
They must be simultaneous for this to work.
They do have a space scraper in each city that they do an event at, because it was I wanted to make it like the Olympics.
But I guess to return us to our present moment, we had all stepped out of the wall and
stumbled upon Kike and Irene in the main party / hostage room. Yeah. So let's talk about where we are right now. You are all in the fancy party room near the top of the Scuba Core space scraper. What was once bustling with the electrifying energy of a high-class gala is now bustling with the equally electrifying energy of not wanting to die, or for some guests, not wanting to die again.
Not wanting to die harder.
Damn it!
Kelly!
The The 4 remaining key clones, 2 of whom are on the main floor with the guests, and then 2 of whom are patrolling the offices on the balcony floor above, have gotten the hostages to stop yelling, but it's clear that they're struggling to maintain control. In fact, they're so preoccupied that they don't notice when a small bit of wall behind the Kimmy card stand opens up, revealing Sparky Malarkey, Lucas Bang, and Hilda Miskiewicz.
I don't think that I have seen Irene or Kike at this party yet, just Hilda.
Kike had his stand, so he would have been there all night, so you might have seen him,
Okay.
but you didn't talk to him.
Then in that case, upon seeing Irene, Sparky says, "Oh God, you're here?" And then upon seeing Kike, "Oh God, I forgot you were here."
What do you mean you're here? I am the champion. Well, like, we're both the champions, but I am the champion.
Kiki at the same time as Sparky saying, "Oh God, you're here," will say that to Sparky.
Oh my gosh, Irene, Mr. Kanaka, are you guys okay?
Yeah, how are you, kid? How are you?
Scared, but I'm okay. Booker was forced back into his book. We escaped from Oset Scuba, who's in his evil lair doing computer things. It's too much to explain. But anyway, what's happening to everyone in here? What happened when the other yous took over?
Yeah, Hilda apparently didn't know about that.
That is a long story that really doesn't need to be recounted a lot.
It really doesn't.
Well, it is actually...
No, it's a really long story.
I mean, if you mention it like that, Sparky, I'm just gonna say that it's
I was
all
just agreeing
Sparky's
with you,
fault.
so I
no,
mean, it's not really
No, you don't
a
get...
short story.
No, you don't get to...
There were a lot of contexts, many contexts in which it happened, not just one, several.
Long story short, Sparky wanted to spy on my house as she does, and
Okay, well that's
that one thing led to another,
putting it simply.
and now we have this.
Eliminating several of the contexts I just mentioned.
No, that is exactly the correct context. But anyways,
I will accept this because we have no time to do anything else.
speaking of your book, kid, and he's gonna hand the page to Hilda and say that it's not harmful and all of the stuff that the plot requires.
Thank you.
That was the page that Hilda took from Sparky, right?
And Sparky didn't know that.
Yeah.
Sparky has not been told.
So upon seeing that page, I mean, I didn't bring it with me, but I thought it was in my. Was there a second page?
The kid took it from you.
Anyway.
Good job, kid.
What?
I am proud of
What?
you.
Oh, that's the page that Mr. Scuba gave me.
Lucas, what? Yes, what? I mean, how can you tell it's got nothing on it?
How can you tell it's got nothing on it?
Because I held that page for a long time.
For me, really, it just looks like a blank page, so I really don't understand how you can tell what page from the other, but...
My journalist instincts are kicking in.
Alright, Hilda is going to attempt to simultaneously escape from this and deflect to just go to Irene and say, Irene, what happened to everyone in here? Is everyone okay?
God bless the kids, actually dealing with the hostage scenario on hand.
I have a plan.
Everyone is relatively fine. I am taking care of it. My Necromon team have been deployed to take down some of our enemies. We are currently on our way to victory. Thank you.
Where are they now?
That is a very good question.
All right, Strike Force Necromon and Kike's hand. I'm going to say we're all in the hallways outside of the main party room. We have taken out 2 of the key clones and stuffed them in a vent.
Where they belong.
What do we do now?
And is gonna make a thumbs up at the team for their contributions.
Boydle Rat's real happy. Boydle Rat is actually taking the skull of Fede and pulling it out. Hey, stop toying! And putting it back in and pulling it out. Like, you know, a kid who will like dump out all of the cereal and then put it back in the box? Boydle Rat is doing that to this man's head. Peekaboo!
The Mossies wish to cut off the enemy at the head and track down Rhonda and Eddie.
Pokio agrees. Pokio wants to go for the throat.
Malaya wants blood.
All right, so we want to find Eddie. I would say the hand knows what Kike knows, but Kike also does not know how to get to Rhonda and Eddie. None of the Necromon here know where Rhonda and Eddie are.
Mossy thinks taking right turns is usually a good way to get unlost.
Question. Would any of the Quiclones we have taken hostage know where they are?
Oh.
Would Fede know?
Can we interrogate them without using words? Because we're Necromon.
I mean,
We're gonna have to do some charades.
I guess we can interrogate a skull if we want to.
Yeah, it speaks, it knows.
Okay, so who's suggesting this?
Pokio.
Yeah.
All right, so we just hear a couple of oikopes.
Oikop.
Liam, like cracking his.
The Mossies are bouncing up and down.
The hand is slightly concerned about this, but
About the direction this is going.
yeah, but it won't stop it either. It's just like slightly concerned.
And when one of them basically says the equivalent of grab the head, Boidlerat's gonna go, Tylodybe! Really excited, and will pull back in her teeth a head with an arm bone stuck inside of it. Hey, what's going on here? Come on, stop pulling me in and out. And Boidlerat sits. I mean, you can put me back in, like,
The Mossies are gonna try nibbling menacingly, not like biting it hard, just like mop, mop, mop.
You go, hey. The little arm flinches a little bit. Hey, get away from that. Get away from that.
Mop.
No, that is not food. Not food.
Bites a little harder.
No, not food.
Malaya might like slap the skulls
Hey, ow.
and like basically saying the equivalent of tell us what you know, but like the skull wouldn't understand, so it would just be like Malaya.
Actually, here's an interesting philosophical question. How do we all understand what each other say? Like, we're all doing the Pokemon speak thing. The Pokemon can understand each other, but they're also Necromon. Can they understand Necro speak?
Holy shit, you're right.
That's a good.
They're just Meowth.
Oh my god, they're meow.
I don't know nothing. All right, I'm just Fede. You know, I'm fun number 6. A, B, C, D, E, F. Yeah, number 6. Fun number 6.
Oikop.
Listen. I know I'm like 1 second later than Eddie in life, but I don't know the guy that well, okay?
In response to him saying he doesn't know anything, can I signal to Malaya to slap him again?
Malaya will gladly do so.
Hey! I don't know what. I'm just a skull. I don't know what you want from me, all right? I'm just a skull. One of 26. I don't even have a mustache like Eddie. I have nothing that makes me me. And he trusts that phantom lady more than any of the rest of us.
Oikop?
I don't know, man. She was like a patsy or something. She was just supposed to be used, but I feel like we're the ones getting used, man.
Oikop.
Yeah, it is hard. It is hard. No, I'm sitting here, trying my best. We had to find our own femurs. I couldn't find a femur in time, so my femur weapon was just my own femur. Makes it real hard to walk.
Oikop.
That's what I thought. I said a piece of wood would work just as well, but Eddie, oh no, Eduardo needs us to have the bone theme going on. We're not Team Bone, we're Team Clone.
Pokio gently pats him. Oikop.
You mean it?
Oikop.
Well, I mean, I know the guy that runs all of this. That like 19-year-old trillionaire prick. Apparently his offices lead to some cool room or something. I didn't even get to guard the room. I got a door.
Oikop.
I know. I got paired with Santiago, man. No one likes Santiago. He does improv classes. You know how often we use it? Yeah.
Oikop.
Thank you.
the goal now is to beat up the big bad man who made the skull sad.
I want to say that Malaya will like whisper to Pokio and say the equivalent of, good cop, bad cop. Nailed it. Alayam.
Tyler. Pointle Rat really excitedly shakes her head and just throws the skull to the side. And she starts bouncing around, leaving all sorts of plants on the ground.
Malaya is gonna just like stare at the Pointle Rat. Not for throwing the skull, just for causing such a mess.
Just for being a nuisance. Pokio then wants to give a stirring speech about, we now know where our foes lie. Let us go vanquish and avenge. And then if we leave, I want to fix the skull to the best of Pokio's ability and then give like a little salute. Like, we're gonna avenge you, buddy. They're friends now.
You're gonna roll, we'll say touch the other side. I could do keep your cool, but I feel like assembling a human skeleton is so foreign to Pokio that touch the other side makes sense.
Pokio doesn't know what they're doing.
So I want you to first give me a stirring speech that I can put dramatic music under and then roll.
Please just like have the speech interrupted with that, like with the music.
Oh yeah. Opa! Tyler! And give me a roll.
7.
No!
Godspeed, Captain. Then Fede salutes with his foot, which is right next to his head, which has been attached to the bottom of his hip, alongside a series of other bones that were too broken for repair.
Oh no!
The hip bone's connected to the head bone.
Oh no!
I thought all the Necromon were in their little cards.
Trainers who are not as good as me. Yes.
Okay. She's looking between her and Hilda because she supports a healthy rivalry. This is fine. And she doesn't like Irene very much just yet, so this is also fine.
What's this? A journalist that doesn't know all there is to know about this Necromon and about how they don't always need cards? That's something that even I knew, Sparky, and I don't know any of these things.
Just like an exaggerated eye roll over at Kike.
He would try to mimic that if he had eyes to roll.
Does he just roll his head around? Just
Yes.
I'm asking questions, Kike. I don't have any nieces or nephews who are into this.
I mean, that's not why I know about it.
Why do you know about it then?
Because I have one too.
Oh, for God's sake, the bird. You have the bird.
And have you seen that card with the bird on it?
Okay. You know everything. Ah, great. Another Kike knows everything. It just...
Boss.
Yeah, we'll actually say a couple of Quiclones kind of like look over when they hear the yelling, just like, huh?
It's just Sparky, guys.
Just talking about how scared I am to be a hostage.
Are you saying that to the Quiclones?
You would, yeah.
Oh no!
Roll me convince somebody with Select.
Okay.
Specifically because I don't think you're trying to like disguise the fact that you're the original Kike from them, but I want to see if they just think you're a Quiclone anyway. 9, mixed success. So they're convinced mostly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say they get upset with you. They're just gonna yell at you. They're just gonna be like, "Hey, come on! Why are you letting Sparky in here? Come on! It's like get her someplace where she can't cause nonsense. You know, get this thing under control. How dare you?" They think you're a Quiclone. They're incredibly upset that you're letting Sparky Malarkey run loose because as your clone, they all do in fact hate Sparky Malarkey.
That's why I said that. That is exactly why I said that's Sparky, because I knew that they would also hate her.
Yeah. Come on. What's the matter with you?
Listen, I'm dealing with it. You all know how hard it is to keep Sparky out of any situation.
It's impossible. It's impossible.
Yeah, exactly. So that's not on me. She goes where she do.
Well, get her under control, all right? We don't want Eduardo coming back asking on what's going on, okay? Get her under control. Grab whatever bone weapon you have and get it under control.
Can I say that Irene has continued to discuss strategy with Hilda in the corner?
I love it.
Yeah, I'm very okay with it.
Yeah, no, keep discussing your actual strategy.
So is my mom okay in here?
I saw your mother earlier, and she seemed her normal self.
Okay, that's good.
I now would like to unleash everyone else's Necromon, as while they are not as skilled as I am, it will still be important to have everyone able to fight.
Okay, yeah. How do we do that?
Do I have any context for anything that's happening, Kyle?
In the video where Rhonda and Eddie said they were taking over, one of them told the other, hey, do the thing, I think is what they said. And right after that, everyone's Necromon, except for yours, got forced back into their cards, and you felt that pain in your soul.
While I do not know all the details as of yet, I was made aware that our captors were going to do the thing, and then no one had Necromon. And therefore I have deduced that they did something. In the area where they recorded the video, if you did not know, I am also a detective.
I didn't. That's really cool.
I also may have defeated these foes once before.
That's good. We need all the help we can get. What are these guys armed with?
Well, I mean, it looks like suddenly Lucas Bang is just down between the two of you because he's way too intimidated by what's going on with Kike and Sparky, and he says, well, it seems like each of them have an additional bone alongside them. Some of them's got like tibias, and some of them's got like extra skulls. That one, that's just a boomerang made out of calcium. So,
Blunt force trauma, humanity's oldest killer.
I thought age was humanity's oldest killer.
Yeah, I mean, probably. Anyway, this is a conversation for tournament contestants only, not Scuba Corp.
Oh, right. Yeah, contestant. Oh.
You should go protect Boss. I think they're gonna arrest her or something.
What? Go protect Boss? What?
Irene.
Lucas is gonna jump him.
Oh, what? No!
Yes!
No! Lucas, no!
Yes!
Oh my god! No!
Mixed success, he only takes down one of them.
Oh! That's so much worse!
Hilda's just going to shout at the top of her lungs, RIOT!
The announcement break now without ads for this week specifically. Because this week, instead of talking about some other show you need to go listen to or something that costs money, I instead wanted to talk about a fun community building thing that I've been working on for a little bit. The Quest Friends Fan Work Exchange is not quite Secret Santa because, well, one, it's definitely not getting done by Christmas. And two, you aren't sharing gifts bought with money. Instead, what this exchange is an opportunity for you to create whatever work you're passionate about. Paintings, fan fiction, songs, video analysis essays, whatever you enjoy making, and share it with another fan of Quest Friends. Here's how it works. In the description, I have a Google form that asks you a bunch of questions that boil down to what's a way to contact you, what kind of fan work do you want to make, and what kind of fan work do you want to receive. In 2 weeks, we're going to take all the responses and then we'll start assigning people to make stuff for other folks. You'll have a little less than a month to make your stuff and send it back to us, and then a week after that, we'll send it off to the recipients. The reason we're serving as an intermediary in this case is twofold. One, if someone wants to participate but wants to be relatively anonymous for safety or comfort, they can more freely participate since they'll be working through us as an intermediary. And two, it's a way for us to make sure that everybody gets something at the end of this. In fact, I won't actually be participating. Instead, I'm just going to be backup in case someone, for one reason or another, isn't able to finish their piece. So if that sounds interesting to you, you can find a link to the Google form in the description, on our social media, on our website, in our Patreon Discord. I'm going to be putting it all over the place. And it will be up for 2 weeks. So, our next episode, Die Card Part 4, the finale of Die Card, will be releasing on the same day that signups for the Fan Work Exchange are due. And that day is Monday, January 12th. I'll see you then. Do you hear the people sing? Roll me convince somebody, Tom. Fierce, and take a +1 for having Lucas Bang incite a riot. I don't even know why Lucas Bang Lucas Bang doesn't know why Lucas Bang tackled a man. He's under a lot of stress right now.
He's under a lot of stress.
He's prone to rash decisions.
Can I, help a friend? Can I do a move?
How are you going to help her with the riot?
Can I throw something at one of the key clones?
What's her compatibility score?
I wanted to up it to 0.
We'll describe this when it all happens, but you're going to get a +1 because Lucas Bang is tackling a key clone, and another +1 because Irene is throwing a chair at somebody or something.
Can my mother Alina make a balloon sword?
If you find her.
Can we not see her in the crowd?
Well, yeah, but she's not going to do it until the riot starts.
All right. Fair point.
Fair point.
The dice have been unimaginably cruel to me this past session, so, surely we're in for a change of luck.
Hilda! 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 Hilda!
Yeah! That's an 8!
Hey!
Hilda!
All right, so that is another mixed success on Convince Somebody. This one I am going to let you choose your drawback.
I think it's incredibly funny if the crowd demands something of Hilda in return for starting a riot. An action that only helps them.
So, here's what happens.
Hey, have you ever seen the movie Bug's Life?
Kike is talking to the key clones who are yelling at him, but mostly yelling at Sparky. Lucas Bang, after being a little bit sad that he wasn't allowed to be part of the kids club, has tackled one of the key clones. Irene, what do you do?
So, we were at Kike's stand.
Yeah.
Which means there's probably a bunch of cards, right?
Yeah, he was giving out samples.
I want to start chucking, card decks.
Throw a card in it.
Well,
Death by 1,000 cuts.
I plan to try to capture them if we ever get things back online. But in the meantime, I can't do that. So I'm just the solid little decks. As hard as her little arms can throw.
And they're terrified of them. Absolutely mortified. They know what happened to their leader. They know what happened to Eddie. They're terrified of card decks now. Because you can't capture them right now. And they're pretty sure you can't. But they're not 100% sure. So they're just blocking their hands.
Say hello to Eddie for me.
They're all screaming. Hilda then just screams, I'm assuming in the food fight tone, just riot! And before everyone riots, you hear Sammy say, please don't riot! And everyone just everyone goes for it. They start swarming the halls, taking down the key clones. Alina pulls a balloon sword out of nowhere.
Yeah.
She looks to you and nods and throws one to you as well.
Yes, sword.
She runs up, gives you a hug. I'm so proud of you. And then she runs off and bats another key clone in the head. All right, we're gonna jump to the aftermath of the riot because, frankly, the key clones never stood a chance. Any particular details about the riot that you want to mention?
Can we menacingly start to break into the security office where the one-armed key clone is hiding out?
Hey, no one's in here. I don't know what's. Oh God, please! No.
If you want someone to think no one's there, maybe you shouldn't speak. It's too late.
And that's when the door slams down. And yeah, everyone's celebrating. Everyone's really excited. They're like, yeah, some of the party is going back on. Anything you all want to have done as a result of, like, any place you want the key clones to be, or...
Hilda has definitely not thought that far ahead.
Alina does know what to do, though. Alina has everything organized. She's putting people in place. She's like, oh, Lucas, it's great to see you again. Okay, you can take those 2 men, just pick them up, put them over there. Yes, that's correct. Make sure you don't let go of them real tight. But they are skeletons, though, so not too tight, okay? Meanwhile, the crowd all calms down. And this is where the mixed success comes in, Hilda. They all turn and look at you.
What's going on?
What do we do next?
Oh, well, probably listening to my mom would be a good start. She understands a lot, and just staying safe and out of the way while everything gets handled. I mostly just wanted to make sure everybody was safe, not a hostage.
Well, I mean, we could just, like, sit here and relax and... Oh, okay. Sammy just sheepishly goes back down and twiddles his thumbs while everyone else turns back to you. Because what they want from you is a leader.
All right, fine. Very well. Very well. If this is thrust upon me, I guess I have no choice to do this. That sounds like something Irene would say. Wait, no, let him talk. And Hilda's gonna point the balloon sword at Sammy. You there, Scuba Corp guy. You work here, right?
Yeah, I mean, hey everybody, I'm Sammy, and I'm sure Mr. Scuba has everything taken care of, and it's just,
Boo! How do we get to his office? That's probably where the villains are, right?
Oh, his office?
Yeah.
I don't think he wants people in his office.
There are already people in his office, and I think he would like the non-hostile individuals in his office rather than the ones that are she looks at the key clones, holding people hostage.
At being reminded of all the chaos you sowed, of the riot that just ended, Sammy just does a big gulp, just a big comical gulp, and is like, yeah, I guess, you should probably get going. So you're bringing Sammy with you to unlock the door. Are you bringing anyone else with you?
Well, Lucas Bang has shown
Lucas is coming.
how good he is in a crisis, really keeps his cool.
No, Lucas is coming. Like, that's just, he's gonna come with us.
Kyle, let me answer your question with another question.
Yeah.
Is it even possible for me to get the others of the crowd to stay and not follow us? Because they seem very upset by Sammy's idea of let's just sit here and wait things out.
They will follow what you tell them to do, but they will also follow you all the way up to the door, and there is a good chance of rioting once you're gone.
I mean, what they do, as long as they don't, go out and hurt people, what they do is of no concern to Hilda.
Well, we don't want them getting in harm's way or in our way.
Yeah, it's probably for the best. Hilda will keep the crowd with us just for the sake of keeping an eye on them.
So you're bringing a crowd with you into Oset Scuba's office?
I meant, leave them behind, so if we're confronting.
Originally, yes, I was just gonna be leave everyone behind, but I've changed my mind.
Okay.
Hilda will lead the entire crowd and just be like, this is a bad idea.
You know, Hilda, that lady's pregnant.
Oh my god.
Are we really?
It's like Die
Please, I understand that I, TT, am with child, but I am willing to come with rest of crowd.
When deciding who to bring with, it's not that I want to bring her, but I do want to take stock. Maybelline's not in this room.
Oh.
Roll me an understand.
Please, Maybelline doesn't blend in with things. Understand his books?
Yep.
Oh, shit. All right, I have a -2 in books today. However, for understand, I could use plus fierce for this move because I shoot first, ask questions later.
Oh.
My fierce is 0.
I live in books.
Moving on up, here we go. Oh boy, that's a 9.
Nice.
You know what Maybelline looks and dresses like, right?
Sure do.
You don't see anyone in Maybelline's outfit in the crowd.
That is a horrible way to phrase that answer.
That's to make success.
Okay, the other thing I wanted to do while all this was happening, I want to be like, what the fuck was that? To Lucas Bang.
What do you mean?
What that? I mean, look, that it was very cool the way the riot started.
Oh, I'm glad. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was cool as hell. But what? Why?
You were in danger. The kids were in danger, and you notice he's starting to get a little worked up. He's quiet and he keeps stammering and he gets redder as he says it. And he eventually just says, "Can we just not talk about this right now?"
It's been a rough night for you.
Yeah.
I just want you to be careful.
Did you see Maybelline anywhere?
Oh.
No, did you?
Tell me if you see her. Then he walks off to another part of the crowd.
Okay.
All right. So we're taking an entire crowd to raid Oset Scuba's office?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we sure are.
I admit that part of my out-of-character rationale for this is I think it's one of the things that would most irritate Oset Scuba.
Yeah. Just having all these randos in his office.
A lot of people just being in there when he doesn't want them to be.
Right, because Oset is still just watching everyone over the cameras in his secret surveillance room. Ah, yes. I have figured out exactly what their plot is, and everything there is to know about them. Now simply to lock them out of my... What the fuck is everyone doing? Why? He sees that Sammy is the one that lets you in, and a single manly tear goes down his face.
Oh my god.
Judas. We're going to cut to Oset Scuba's office. We're going to see a little grate in the corner of a vent. We're going to hear some sounds, and then with a loud...
Liam!
The vent smashes open and goes to the floor, and Strikeforce Necromon starts to investigate Oset's office. And I want to steal a mechanic from a game called Brindlewood Bay. So Brindlewood Bay has a mechanic called Paint the Scene, where for particularly notable locations, everyone goes around answering a question that kind of emphasizes the scene. And so we know a couple of things about Oset. We know that he is a super rich teenager who laser focuses on his hobbies, or as he'd call them, pursuits. Right now, his pursuit is collecting rare Necromon. And we also know that he sounds like an Ayn Rand novel forced through a Panda Express fortune cookie. So, keeping all of those facts about Oset Scuba in mind, what about this office exemplifies what a pretentious teenage tool he is?
I want to take my idea from a scene I really like on, like, I think it's Where's the Pilot or one of those, where there's like this like executive man and behind him it's like the same picture of him. Oh, the movie's Airplane, I remember, I just said it in Spanish.
Oh, okay. He's in, like, you know, a dueling serious pose, arms crossed, coat billowing, and we'll say that there is a mini, like, figure, a collectible figurine of him right in front of that as well.
Love it. Yes, please.
On the note of collectible figurines, he also has whatever this world's equivalent of Funko Pops is, but they're all still in their boxes, like collectors do, because opening the box to hold the toy ruins its value. There's just a whole shelf of them painstakingly arranged.
They're all previous champions of the Intermortal Necromon Championship. The only one that is opened right now is Lucas Bang. Oset does that every time he deals with a champion as a power play.
one wall of his office is fully covered in AI-generated art. Like, the tackiest kind of seems like it's a fancy oil painting, super famous 18th century or like sci-fi-esque looking thing, but it's all just like weirdly blurred details.
I hate this office so much. Why does he have a gamer pad?
Because he's the worst.
Alright, and Emily?
So there was this viral chandelier
Oh my god.
that was like $1 bajillion.
$1 bajillion is but nothing to me. The world's youngest trillionaire.
He has that chandelier.
Oh my god.
So, Strike Force Necromon, you all come in and you see this room. And what do you do when you all get in?
The Mossies are going to roll around the room to map out the floor, sneaky-like a little Roomba. Just
Aww. Pokio wants to knock things over on the desk like a cat.
Thump, thump, thump. And as they're knocking things over, they run past a folder that says Records of Rutabaga, and it just gets spilled onto the floor. And Tylenoi, Boydle Rat runs around, leaving clumps of dirt all over the floor, including on the folder.
You didn't have to do that to me. That's not even a GM intrusion. I don't get anything from... Why? I'm playing the game and you're punishing me for playing the game. Why?
because GM intrusions happen all the time.
Alright, Malaya, do anything besides punch open the vent and be buff?
No. Probably just that.
Okay. Well, I'll say, Malaya, since you're not causing chaos, you and the hand, you hear a bunch of voices outside of the closed door of the office that leads into the party space, and you hear, like, a nervous shuffling as if someone's almost trying to pick a lock or open the door but keeps hitting it with the key.
Malaya and the hand will stand in front of the door protectingly in an effort to block it. Or Malaya will do that while the hand will frantically try to push something towards the door to actually bar it, instead of just standing ineffectively in front of a door.
The Mossies are gonna try to climb on Malaya and, be there to ambush.
Roll me, I'm just gonna do a generic fierce roll.
Well, that's a 5 for me, so...
A 7.
Malaya, you go to block the door. The horde is incoming! And then the door just slowly creaks open, and you hear, alright everyone, so just be really gentle and Mossies, you leap on to this possessed doll man as Sammy Esther, who is nervously trying to open the door, suddenly has moss balls chewing at his head, and he runs around before just flumping over Oset Scuba's desk and brushing you off, and is like, And Malaya, Sammy is so frantic, he just kind of pushes the doors open, and you can't push back the tide of people that come in following Hilda and the rest of the party as they all march into the room.
Malaya is extremely offended by this.
Yeah, and everyone else, you're in the room.
Do we see Irene?
Yeah.
We've all gotta tell Irene what we did.
Oh my god.
See
Irene, with all her self-discipline, does not put her hands over her ears and hugs all her Necromon.
Kike will also have, while Irene is having a heartful reunion with her Necromon, Kike is having a reunion with his hand, just finally, and take the other hand, put it in his pocket, and extend his right arm so that the hand jumps.
Sammy, meanwhile, gets up from the side of the desk and is like, alright, so yeah, again, please don't touch anything except for what
Sparky's already touching all the files in search of the Rutabaga file.
Roll me keep your cool.
Fucking 7.
You're either sloppy, loud, or slow.
Sloppy.
Okay, You just grab all the papers you can find.
Oh, yeah,
You'll sort through them eventually.
Yeah, I'm just, right now is about speed. That's all I'm doing.
All right, so what did you all want? Oh, that's probably it. And he motions, and you can see the one feature of the room that I want to describe, which is that one of the other walls, the one conveniently full of trophies and bookshelves and all of that, has been ripped asunder. You see the framework of the room, like basically the skeleton of the room, has been twisted and turned like a giant creature just tore in and pulled out the wall, leading to one of those secret back passageways that you were around earlier.
Hell yeah.
Hilda is gonna try and grab Irene, Sparky, and Kike and slip into the passageway without the crowd noticing.
I'll let this happen.
Mm-hmm.
I will even leave Lucas Bang behind because...
I mean, you can bring Lucas Bang along if you want.
No. This is a choice. A sad one.
I'm not going to have you roll for this, but I am going to have you take a GM intrusion. Who do you give the other point to?
I'll give this one to Irene.
All right, you go down the hall, and almost no one notices.
Didn't like that.
I just want to say that the hand is just very confused about whatever has happened here. Because the hand doesn't understand necro speech, so it's just like...
Nope, no clue.
Kyle, I get she goes where she do on a quest venture.
We'll leave it to the fans.
It's fans! Please!
That plea has now been cut.
We're not Team Bone, we're Team Clone.
Also want that on a shirt!
Roll me convince somebody, Tom. Fierce, and take a +1 for having Lucas Bang incite a riot.
Does anyone have any relevant skills to this kind of shenanigans? Anything at all?
I have spelunking.
That is not even close, thank you.
I'm good at gardening and multitasking.
I am good at any skill that I would want, I guess, because my adapt thing, but I haven't picked any.
Well, the one you picked was the slap chop one.
Oh, that's right.
So you could karate chop real good, but...
I can karate chop real good.
The only skill I have that could be relevant is designated driver, in which I can spend 1 AP to have my means of transportation appear in a critical moment.
That's not a skill, that's a move.
God! Words are fucking confusing! Ah!
That would be hilarious, though, if your van somehow appeared on top of a skyscraper.
I wanted to have my van just appear!
By the way, Sparky, add this additional thing that you got to your car, which is, I guess it has a remote start now.
Yeah, it does. Well, I don't have to use it. It's not a skill. I'm just...
Anyway.
Please, I understand that I, TT, am with child, but I am willing to come with rest of crowd.
That is Rasputin.
No, Rasputin, I am his biggest fan, but I am not TT today. I am not Rasputin. I am not Rasputin today. I am TT.
I just love that Rasputin has become like season 2 Vespari.
I am here at all times. You cannot escape me.
Truly omnipresent.
I hate that chandelier genuinely does look like it fits Oset Scuba's style.
God! This is the tree of life.
Oh my god.
It gives one rejuvenation even in moments of death. You can see that it is white. That is because white is closer to green than it is to blue.
What's happening?
Okay, that's not true at all.
Let me show you around my Animal Crossing village. I kicked out Kyle. I thought he was a bit of a dweeb.